Hey guys, Jamie with the Summer Rain channel. Welcome back. So today we're going to go ahead and make do-it-yourself shower steamers. I absolutely love shower steamers. They are like, I'm trying to think of how to describe them. They're like a bath bomb for the shower. Now, the cool thing about these is you can actually make them with any scent that you have. So you can do it with essential oils or you can do it with fragrance oils. It's completely up to you on what you want to do. You can also go ahead and add menthol crystals in here if you want to use those. You can have a lot of fun customizing your shower steamer. I did put the full recipe down in the description box below. I also put a link to my blog. So on my blog, I go quite a bit more in depth about all the ingredients, why we use them, everything like that. I also have a printable recipe. So if that's a little bit easier for you than just looking at it and, writing it down, feel free to hop over the blog and you can print it out from there. A thing about shower steamers. So when you're using these, when you put them into the shower, put them in like the corner. So like a little bit of water gets on them, but they're not directly under the water. So what we want is we want these to release slowly. So a bath bomb, you want to release very quickly and to get your bath filled with the fragrance oils and all of the goodness from your bath bomb. Now these, you want them to release slowly. So what we do is we go ahead and use specific ingredients to create the fizzing, which is actually the baking soda and the citric acid. And then we add some kaolin clay. So the kaolin clay is going to make this just a little bit harder and it's going to make it release a little bit slower. So then that way this shower steamer can last for your entire shower. You don't have to make them this size. You can make them as big or as small as you would like. For this, I actually used a meatballer. Is that the name of the tool? Anyways, I used a tool that's made for making meatballs because I actually got it for something else and I wanted to try it out. And I think these are really the perfect size for a shower steamer. Now I did go ahead, I added a little bit of mica powder in here. You certainly don't have to. If you can see here, it's not the best angle. It is a little bit of a pink color. You can certainly leave them white or you can color them any color that you would like. You don't have to. I just think they look a little bit nicer with a little bit of color. So what we're going to need for our shower steamers is we're going to need baking soda and citric acid, and we're going to use 2 parts baking soda to 1 part citric acid. Now the 2 of these together, what they do is they create a reaction with the water. So when they come into contact with water, they fizz up. And this is a dry type of, remember when you used to make the volcanoes with the baking soda and vinegar? It's the same thing, just in dry form. So what this is going to do is for a shower steamer is it's going to allow this to fizz up, and then the fragrance or essential oil is going to go up in the steam of the shower. Next, we're going to need some kaolin clay. What this does is it helps harden up the mixture, right? So what we want to do is we want to extend the shower steamer as long as we can in the shower. So using the kaolin clay makes it a little bit harder. And then we have a fragrance oil or essential oil of your choice. You can have a lot of fun with this and you can really customize it. So you could go with an essential oil. You could use menthol crystals. Today I'm using a champagne fragrance oil, which I am absolutely in love with. And then completely optional is some mica powder. And the mica powder is just to color the shower steamer. It just makes them a little cuter. We're going to start out by grabbing a mixing bowl, adding our baking soda, kaolin clay, and our fragrance oil. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and mix this up kind of as best we can. It will take a few minutes. Now if your baking soda has clumps in it, you can run it through a sifter or you can kind of break it up by hand. I typically just leave the clumps in there and I kind of break it up while I'm mixing it. I always start out with a spatula, but I wind up just using my hands. In this spray bottle, I have some witch hazel. Now you can either use witch hazel or you can use rubbing alcohol. I just like witch hazel a little bit better to rubbing alcohol, but it is completely up to you. You do want to put it in a spray bottle because you have to control the amount that you put in here, and it doesn't take very much to get it to the consistency that we need. So we just do it just a few sprays at a time and then come in and mix it all up. Now the reason that we use a witch hazel or a rubbing alcohol is you don't want to put anything in here that's going to cause the baking soda and citric acid to start fizzing, and pretty much witch hazel and rubbing alcohol won't cause that to happen. And then what we're going to do is just go ahead and check the consistency of it. So if you squeeze it together in your hand and you drop it, If it stays in its shape, it's the right consistency. And I completely forgot to add the mica powder, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop some in there right now. Typically you can add this in there in the very beginning, but I completely forgot about it until just right now, so I'm going to go ahead and mix that in real quick. And then to go ahead and shape this, I'm just going to use this meatball tool. So what we do to go ahead and get the shape is we're just going to come in with the meatball tool and we're going to squeeze it together really good, wipe off the edges around it, and then just go ahead and remove it from the mold. See how I just come in and kind of scoop a big pile in there? And then I use my hand just to smush it together a little bit and then wipe off the edges. If you find that your mixture is starting to dry up on you a little bit, just come back in with the witch hazel, hit it a little bit more, give it a really thorough mix, and then continue to make your shower steamers. And there are our finished shower steamers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow these to sit out and kind of dry up a little bit. They're still a little bit soft, so kind of think of a bath bomb. So we're going to let these dry for maybe about 24 hours. Real quick, I just wanted to let you know, so when you are drying your shower steamers, I have mine drying in the kitchen right now. The entire room smells like the fragrance or essential oil that you use. So I used a champagne fragrance oil that I'm absolutely in love with. I think I've used it like 50 times on this channel, so you guys know that I love that one. But my whole kitchen smells like it. It smells like I have a couple candles going, and I am absolutely loving it right now. And I just wanted to let you know, when the shower steamers are done drying, so 24 hours, I would think they should be dried enough, go ahead and pop them into a airtight container and they are ready to use. So I try to cover everything in the videos that I think you need to know for making a shower steamer, but certainly if you have any extra questions or if I didn't cover something, feel free to hop in the comment box down below. I try to answer all of the questions down there, and I really hope you enjoy making and using your shower steamer as much as I do. Bye!